Dear Lady Divine, allow me to share this quote with you. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty, by Bob Marley. Mistress, more like me stress. Why do men do it? Is it worth it? It certainly must be. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. What is this desire within men and women to want even more of what they already have? And why sneak around to fulfill this desire? My main dismay with this whole complicated scenario is the lies and cheating that goes on. How can anyone find themselves in such a position of lack of power to have to sneak around to fulfill this itch for satisfaction beyond the marital bed? If this is your desire, at least be truthful and upfront about it so that everyone is sufficiently informed and thus free to take whatever action they deem best for all involved. What is it that makes this a widespread phenomenon, especially in the Caribbean Isles? Can it be that we are fooling ourselves about the true desire of men and women and how they wish to relate to each other? Is there something lacking in the way we relate to each other intimately? Is there some manner of falsity in the institution of marriage as it currently stands? Are we catering effortlessly to all the manner of relating between men and women that exists? After all, we as humans are capable of multitude of various relationships between men and women, formed from both desires and necessity. In the Mongolian hills, you hear of a story of a woman marrying and coexisting harmoniously with 3 brothers of the same family. There is Islamic polygamy of a man and his several wives. African scenario of a young maiden and her 2 lovers, etc., etc. So we as human species are built to sustain a variety of possible combinations of relationship besides what has become the accepted, indoctrinated norm of the monogamy in the Western world. You read of the Japanese culture where the geisha has become such an ingrained aspect of society that wives are happy when the husband is able to afford the services of a well-respected woman of entertainment. For them, it caters to some deemed natural desire which married life does not naturally offer, being more suited to the business of fortune and family. So really and truly, it's the uncontrolled, untruthful, and thus and ultimately hurtful aspect of tribalism which causes concern. Little good can be bred of lies. We are best to focus on how best to realistically strengthen our current monogamous relationships through communication and spirituality and deeper sexual central intimacy. And once stabilized, then how a couple wishes to massage the limit of their union in thus now undertaking on a more firmer foundation of maturity and mutual respect. That said, shit happens. We're far from being perfect, and so dealing skillfully with immature actions of both men and women will be an ongoing exercise everyone has to, in some manner, realistically ready themselves for. Mistress, more like mistress.